Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today you'll find me, I was just on my way to New Romney actually for a meeting, and I came across this church. I've been here before, I think about a year ago, but it's such a glorious day in June. I thought let's stop again and have a look at the area, and you've got some sheep in the field there. It's such a glorious place, and I say it's mid-June and the weather's just changed to glorious weather. It's been horrible for a while. It's so beautiful to see, and say it is set back not far from New Romney now, but it's set back here. Lovely position, lovely place. So I thought we'd have a revisit here anyway, and yeah, just have a look round again. It's such a beautiful old church, if I remember rightly. Ooh. There you go, such a lovely, well maintained graveyard, as you can see. So it's set on a fairly busy main road coming from Ashford to New Romney, dim church, etc. So it's a really old Saxon or Norman church, not sure which one it is, but it's got a nice little spire there, not too tall. There's no bell tower here. I think it's 12th century actually, I'm pretty sure it was. But as I say, such a lovely location. Really warm today, you can just hear the birds singing. But yeah, it's Saint Clement's Church in Old Romney. As I say, lovely porchway. Door's a little bit modernistic, I suppose. But let's go and have another re-look at the church itself. It's a delightful entrance porch. I don't think the doors are original, but as I say, it's a very old church. It's lovely. I do remember it now because it's a really unusual place. Take a look up at the oak ceiling there. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Really one piece, or a piece of oak supporting the A-frame. That's glorious. As I say, the church really hasn't been touched in many years, other than these pews, etc. They've been painted a pink for some unknown reason, and the walls were a light pink as well. But it had a lovely feel to it, nevertheless. A little raised area there, a small stairway to the side. So you sit up and watch the service. Well, it could have back in the day anyway. But it's a glorious church, as I say, and has a lovely feel to it. Very light and airy. No stained glass, I've noticed, it's just all clear glass. Some really old interments here. Certainly talking in Old English. All I can see was age 45. But I can't see a year of death. But yeah, Old English, and they're all very worn out, these interments. This one's got quite a deeper inlay of a nun, or maybe a monk. That would have been filled with brass. But that's been lifted probably a long time ago. The floor's very hickety-picklety. You can see it kind of dipping out in and out there. But we'll take a walk down the main aisle first. Beautiful. Tiling, which is quite common in a lot of churches actually. And you've got this old interment stone here with a shield and a knight. Here layeth the body of, looks like Reverend John Deffery, who was a faithful, diligent rector of the parish for near 48 years. After much delight in doing good, he departed this life September, year 4th, looks like 1738, in the year 78th year of his age. They do talk strangely, don't they? And although the body of Margaret, widow of Reverend M. Defray, who departed this life July the 13th, 1761, aged 88 years. So beautiful, double interment there. But as I say, it's got the shield there and the knight's head, if you see, and some beautiful inlay. Absolutely glorious. So we come round to the main area here. Look at that. Isn't that delightful? Look how old that is. Really old stone wooden cross. I say the main window is just kind of lead light. Extremely old. Maybe it never had stained glass, but you can see and get a feel just how old the church is. And just this old woodwork here, and those kind of signage are slightly offset. It's really naively done, but it's very old. Right, where should we go first? Let's go over here to this side. As I say, this was here before. I think that might be a donation box or something. I'm not too sure. It's locked. No, can't be a donation box. There's no hole to put any money. So a very old bureau sitting there with a lock on. And look at that old chest. That is beautiful, isn't it? Again, that's padlocked. That's 1768. So it's an old chest, beautifully constructed, as you can see, beautifully engraved. It's really old, beautiful. And here you've got a hatchway that I didn't notice before. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just a covered lockbox. That's obviously a little safe for donations, etc. Beautiful. So such an unusual shape to a church as well. It might just be because of the age of it, that's all. But I'll come this side quickly anyway and take a look at this altar. So generally it's a women's altar, but or a ladies' chapel they normally say. I don't know if that was the case back in the 12th century or not. And look at that interment stone there. That is so unusual, so old. Isn't that beautiful? And again, there's a little window there. Look at that old piece of wood framing that, and obviously they've got some stones there. It's just probably come off from the top of the wall somewhere. That's delightful, isn't it? Just walk through. That's the only stained glass window in the church. Look, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can make that out. This camera, say, doesn't show the coloration very well, but it's beautifully inlaid. Colours are beautiful as well. But so I don't know if you've able to see that. If we come up to the oak ceiling, the trusses, beautiful, aren't they? Lovely naive archway, and I say the walls are kind of splaying outwards slightly, just purely because of the age and it was the way it's constructed. But it's, you know, how many things still stand 1,000 years later? And there's the I don't think that's the actual pulpit, but I think that might be the actual pulpit. Again, very naively done. It's just, but it's old and it's beautiful. We come over this side. Look at that. Would have been an old rood screen there with a doorway. Isn't that lovely? A little bit of moss and that growing there in the corners, just signifying the age. Probably gets fairly damp in the winter months, but it's so lovely. So these pews, I'm not sure why they decided to paint them the kind of pinky colour they are. I don't know if you can see that from the camera. I don't think you see this internal wall here. It kind of, with the arches, it displays outwards, if you like. So, as I say, maybe just naively constructed. They didn't have spirit levels and that back in them kind of times. So I don't quite know how they got the wall straight, but they're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And the actual floor kind of slopes from the outside to the middle. Whether that's just settlement or if that was the way it was when it was constructed, I don't know. Another little doorway there. Not sure where that leads. We can have a look, see if it's open. No, it's not open, so I don't know. Maybe it's a little room for the vicar. But we'll take a little look along here. Oh, and there's the fonts. Look at that. Look how old that is. That's one of the most naive and old fonts I've ever seen. It's beautiful. It's obviously degraded over the years, but it's extremely hard stone. Feels like marble, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I was seeing some parts have fallen off, if you see that. Let's have just a quick look at that old door there. Not ever so old, but it's in keeping. We'll take a little look up the stairway here just so we can look down the church. Oh, they're steep. There we go, get a little look out of this huge window here, out across the graveyard. I did notice a new interment actually, so obviously still laying people to rest here, but they've got some lovely pews here. I mean, look at the view down there over the front of the church, and the sun's just coming in through the window. It's beautiful. We get a better idea of the framing on this roof here. Isn't that glorious? Can you imagine what it took to lift some of these oak beams into place all those centuries ago? It's amazing really when you think about it, the construction. You see the way those walls are splaying out now, maybe from this angle, not quite sure. But yeah, that's beautiful. Actually, I think I might have just seen the copper or the brass. The brass inlays to that interment stone there. I think they're actually there displayed on the wall, that bit of oak there. I think that might be it. Let's not get in and have a look. Nope. No, I can't seem to. Oh, there we go. Right, might be giving some understanding on what these are. So, pray for the souls of John and Margaret and his wife. 1526. So yeah, so that interment there was those brasses was 1526. So that's a very old interment. And I say they were taken from that stone there. So that's probably one of the earliest ones in the church that I can see, 1526. And there's a husband and wife. So that's interesting. Anyway, that's really the inside of the church. We'll have a little gander outside. I'd say I did notice a couple of new interments, so we'll have a quick look while we're here. Make sure we shut the doors. Here we go. Ooh, sit there. So back out to this glorious countryside. As I say, we'll have a little walk around here because I just noticed a new graveyard here. New grave. That's such a lovely feel. There we go. There's a couple of Patrick Finn Kelsey, A74. It looks like it's a new interment. There's a couple here by the looks of it, but I just want to drift over here quickly. There's the back of the church. Isn't that glorious? Look where the sun's coming through there. What a lovely day. I just want to go over here and see the tree for John. That's a very big yew tree. Lovely central stump there. Let's just pop over. Look at the size of that tree. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like there might still be spreading ashes in the graveyard. But look at this yew tree. It's absolutely glorious, look. Isn't that beautiful? So that's one for you, John. I say I was trying to find some nice doors for Nicola, but they weren't very nice doors internally because they've been changed over the centuries. Let's have a little walk around. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. The sheep are lying down over there. I don't think we can make it out under the trees. Just shading from the sun. It's still quite early. I think it's about 9:30 in the morning at the moment. So the sun hasn't come out and it's full yet, but it's such a delightful countryside. Lovely little cottages around. Beautiful place to live. That covers the periphery of the churchyard. So So I hope you enjoyed that one. That was lovely to come back here again and revisit. As I say, I think it's about a year or so ago I was here, but it's always nice to come back and just see how these places are faring up and see what's changed. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to seeing you all more in the future. So I wish you a lovely day, and being it's Friday, I wish you a lovely weekend, and we'll catch up again. Have a good day. Goodbye.